EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. I'm your host, Jonathan Coachman, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the New York Giants and the Oakland Raiders. So with that, let's get out to the East Bay and Oakland, California. On the call, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
With you from the booth, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. CDR matchup here. A couple of teams last year that were really pretty similar. Both under 500, both missed the playoffs, and they both think that they can turn things around in 2019.
Yeah, how about 2018, though? A case of the haves and the have-nots. In 16-game seasons in the NFL, for the first time last year, no one finished 8-8. Now, you know that in baseball, basketball, other sports, turnarounds can take 3, 4, 5 years. In football, it could just be a few months.
So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the MVP of the National Football League in 2018, the former Texas Tech Red Raider, Patrick Mahomes. Now Mahomes on the bootleg, steps away. He's going to and right away he lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. A chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is 3rd and long. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Now Brown, after the made field goal, gets set for the kickoff. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Raiders offense taking the field again. And CD, we talked early in the year about this Raiders team needing to survive their long odyssey away from home in the first half of the season because they came back for a 3-game homestand. They won all 3 of those games. So now look at them. They're 6-4 following the Week 11 win against Cincinnati.
I think it would be safe to say that going into the season, we thought we would see an improved Oakland Raiders team. But I'm not sure many people saw them as making a playoff push. They could really be a year, maybe 2 years ahead of schedule if they continue to play this well. They go to the Jets. Big win against Kansas City on the road. This team has a lot to accomplish, a lot left out there, and they could possibly get this done. And I think one of the best stories of the year when you think about that long time away from playing a true home game.
Oh, and by the way, after that Kansas City game, could be their final 2 home games ever in Oakland against the Titans and then the Jags to round things out. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. He gets it to Thomas. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Mahomes firing complete, and they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 38-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They run it with a rookie from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he caught it up. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And Oliver, coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Avery Williamson, the Jets' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Throw left side complete. It's Jacobs. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one good for 26 and a first down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Mahomes now to throw. The quick slant caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger marches onto the field. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Sacked by the relentless Howie Long. Roethlisberger got to get his guys to the line as quick as he can. To try again after the sack. Roethlisberger. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Holt. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Roethlisberger. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Holt. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 yards there, just like last play. So it's 1st and goal and a great... Now bad hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and the Raiders pick it up. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will do it for this 1st half. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. We focus our attention now on the quarterback, Ben. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the 1st half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the 2nd half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Howie Long picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Wide open receiver complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a 2nd half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. So they have been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Flush to his right. He'll run it. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a Giant 1st down on a gain of 16. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Roethlisberger now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Ty Law. And now off to the races, down the right side. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. Roethlisberger will throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Howie Long getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A.J. Boye with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. 24th pick in the spring by Oakland was Josh Jacobs. Only rushed for 640 yards last year at Alabama, but when you consider the offensive depth chart they had, it makes it understandable. So young, won't turn 22 until February, and they're really... And he is in! Touchdown, Raiders! Josh Jacobs, 26 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you said baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I step like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame that on Gino. Smells like the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. Fettuccine with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by they self.
That's why you treat my friend good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just
yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way, cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up.
Hello and welcome in. I'm the coach, and you're watching Madden Ultimate Team. We've been waiting for this one all week, and the wait is finally over. It's time to play ball between our visitors and the New York Giants. With that, let's head on up to Foxborough. Standing by with the call at Gillette Stadium, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And when I think of Russell Wilson, I think not just of the big plays that he's made, and those are considerable, but when they were made. 4th and 26 in a Big Ten championship game against Michigan State when he was with Wisconsin. A big completion helped lead his team to a victory. A big 4th down throw for a touchdown in an NFC championship game against the San Francisco 49ers. When the chips are down, this guy plays at a big level.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Play action. It's Wilson. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. For Barkley, the New York roots run really deep, playing for the Giants now, obviously, but born in the Bronx. He grew up a Jets fan, really idolized former Jets running back Curtis Martin. He would move to Pennsylvania, play his college ball at Penn State, but he actually originally verbally committed to Rutgers here in the Garden State of New Jersey. On second down, here's Barkley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Wilson. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Saquon Barkley. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 4th down. On to try the field goal now, Phil Dawson. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. We're scoreless after 1. And Dawson's kick is good. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Giants under second-year coach Pat Shurmur. Leading them out is the former first-rounder from all the way back in 2004 from Miami of Ohio, Ben Roethlisberger.
And the first possession isn't until the second quarter, but what's nice about it, it's only down 3. So what you sell your team on is, look, 1 possession, 1 drive, we put it in the end zone. We're in the lead in this game. Let's go, guys.
Block 80!
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. All right, CD, let's look ahead to Week 12, the week before Thanksgiving. Hard to believe some big games. It started Thursday night, Colts-Texans, to decide who would go ahead in that division, but also Seahawks-Eagles, a game that you're going to be doing. That's a big one.
It's a monster one, and if you look at the Eagles' record, you would think they absolutely have to have it. But in the NFC East, even a loss doesn't eliminate them. But if they win, they could be neck and neck with Dallas. With Seattle, they're trying to keep pace and stay right on the heels of San Francisco in the NFC West. How about Dallas at New England? That's a big-time game. The Cowboys trying to maintain their lead in the NFC East. New England just 1 loss. And Green Bay at San Francisco. That game got flexed to Sunday night and deserved to be. That could be one of the better ones we'll see this year.
Yeah, that's a trio of games that is very, very strong this weekend. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half. One that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Roethlisberger. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he's taken down inside the 30. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And that's complete to McCaffrey.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
This fielded at the 2. And an alley to run. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And touchdown. That kick return TD is 98 yards in length. And his guys have taken the lead. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. What an explosive kickoff return from the 2 all the way to the end zone. A 98-yard return for 6. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And New York set to take the field. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger, eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. This will be caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A 3-yard touchdown run. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. Point after try forthcoming. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
On second down and 4, Wilson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here's Wilson to throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And with that, folks, I want to remind you to join the NFL Salute to Service. This season, the NFL and its players are honoring those who proudly serve our country, and fans are encouraged to join NFL players in writing letters to service members and their families. To learn how you can send your letter today, visit NFL.com/salute. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. 3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. He's got Lockett. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing now. Roethlisberger on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. Now, that play is able to get on the run, and they're still accurate throwing the football.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger.
And he's going to go down. He sacked back at the 24. The 305-pound defensive end, Jarrell Casey, gets the sack. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Now Brown, after the made field goal, gets set for the kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And now he's going to use his legs. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Jordan Reed has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. And able to find Green. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I'm starting to wonder here. Are they trying to prevent winning? Because right now, they're laying back and they're picking them apart, moving the ball downfield. And they got to start bringing a little pressure towards the quarterback.
A good pickup there, a 22. Back to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Roethlisberger dropping to a knee, and that ought to do it.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was their defense that really made the stop.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many milkers burning my dome like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, Sylvester Stallone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like Nicky know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part like them LeBron. Rings to the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to the well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS.
Hello again, everybody. I'm the coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Hope you're ready, because we've got another good one on tap. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the New York Giants and our home team. With that, let's get up to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. There to call all the action, we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The ball on the tee. We're set for football. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback. Out of Oregon, it's Marcus Mariota.
Marcus Mariota's skill set can help continue to evolve the position of quarterback in the NFL, because his ability to run with the football, you may not utilize it as little as other coaches have in the past. You may emphasize that part of the game a little bit more.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Mariota, option left. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in.
The ball comes out, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
New York set to take the field.
Black 20, 77.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now Ben on 3rd and long, eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And avoids the contact by sliding. Scrambling, not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first. Big Ben, not the most agile quarterback in NFL history, but he can use those legs when he needs to.
He really can, and I think it starts with him taking contact and shedding people trying to get him on the ground. That's when he becomes the most elusive.
Yeah, something he honed back at the University of Miami in Ohio.
Yeah, and they didn't get him down in the MAC. It's hard to get him down in the NFL.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Now on 2nd and 13, Roethlisberger. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger escaping the pressure right to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Mariota to throw it. He goes underneath to Freeman. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll bring up a second down. Here's Mariota. Gets it off to Freeman. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line. Mariota on first down. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Mariota again. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Mariota. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. Well, partner, let's look league-wide for a second and think playoffs here. I'm going to give you some teams, and you tell me if they still have a chance at the AFC wild card or are they just waiting until next year. How about Cleveland at 4-6?
They're actually getting hot right now, but I still don't see them getting there and being in the playoffs.
Okay, same division. Steelers, they're 5-5 right now.
Yeah, I think the loss to Cleveland finished off that run.
Also 5-5, the Titans.
They actually have a chance if they stick to what they do best, and that's run the football. They'll have to chase down Indianapolis and Houston.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Holt, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Roethlisberger. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Now Roethlisberger. Throwing right, and that's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Holt, and he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 17 yards and a Giant first down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This one fielded at the 5.
We got this.
So 2 quarters. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This will be fielded at the 6. And some room to work. Touchdown, Giants. It's a kickoff return of 94 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it'll be a turnover. This is going the other way.
It's funny to me because we actually keep a football in the booth with us during games, and I notice you cradling the football. You got it tucked pretty tight with the points of pressure here, and that didn't occur on that play, did it?
Now, you saying I wouldn't have fumbled if I was down there?
You would not have fumbled. You got that thing locked in tight.
I also have really large biceps. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Marcus Mariota and the offense heading back out for their next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing, Mariota. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Mariota. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. The defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. From the 36, Roethlisberger looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nickel Roby-Coleman. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and this results in 6. Touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Dawson tacks on the point after. And this is back to a 5-point game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. Throwing again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Start down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The quick slant caught. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Mariota sets to lead this offense. Down by 12. A minute 51 on the clock. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Mariota now.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mariota on the crossing route. He hits his man, Amari Cooper. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Mariota, and he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
They'll run it. Freeman. And some room to maneuver. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. From the gun, Mariota. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Completes it to Fitzgerald. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much? He's got daylight. The 40, 30, past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Now the try here for the point after. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's go.
Hello, everyone. You're watching Madden Ultimate Team, and I'm your host, The Coach. This game should not disappoint, so sit back and put that remote down. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Giants. With that, let's head on up to Foxborough. Standing by with the call at Gillette Stadium, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
With you from the booth, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. CDR matchup here. A couple of teams last year that were really pretty similar. Both under 500, both missed the playoffs, and they both think that they can turn things around in 2019.
Yeah, how about 2018, though? A case of the haves and the have-nots. In 16-game seasons in the NFL, for the first time last year, no one finished 8-8. Now, you know that in baseball, basketball, other sports, turnarounds can take 3, 4, 5 years. In football, could just be a few months.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by their 6'5" quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
He didn't have as many throws or plays in college as many of the quarterbacks that were coming out in the draft, but he maximized what he had. Ended up winning 2 national championships as a starting quarterback at North Dakota State.
An all-pro in 8 of his 9 NFL seasons. It's Jim Brown with it. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Now on second and 13. Wentz got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Throwing is Wentz. It's complete to Lockett. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it will help them at contract time.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. That's Hope. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 61 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Football going back to the Cleveland Browns here. I want to step back and just look at where they are on their season. We mentioned earlier that they're 4-6 now after a 2-game winning streak. And despite the controversy in Week 11 that we all know about, look, they're 2-0 against AFC North opponents. Could they make a push here for the playoff CD?
Isn't it interesting how at the beginning of the season so many people had them going to the Super Bowl, which I did not buy into at all, as you might remember. But at the same time, everyone is burying them now. But they do have a chance because their schedule. It's one of the lightest ones in the NFL to close the regular season. If they can keep winning and get a little outside help, they might still be in the wild card race. Look at this. They host Miami next, then they're at Pittsburgh, then home against Cincinnati. And what did you mention about them in the division? Undefeated so far.
Yeah, 2-0, and you're right. Gosh, you got to think hosting Miami, that's a good look. Home for Cincy, that's a good look. 2 of the next 3, maybe 3 of the next 3, a real possibility. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. They'll run on first down. Brown. And some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
It's a pickup of 6.
This is something that we expected to see. McCaffrey used out of the backfield. 107 catches in 2018, the most in one season by an NFL running back.
Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. This pass complete. Wentz to Ertz. And shedding his way forward. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz caught by the tight end Ertz. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really...
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Now Wentz. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Dancing, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Another try after the first down sack. Roethlisberger, the linebacker Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
But there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
And he finds the tight end, Reed. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's second down. With that incompletion, I want to get your MVP thoughts. Lamar Jackson, he seems to be the leader right now, is he not?
I would agree with that. His team is the hottest team in the league right now.
And then you've got, well, let's think of the others. Dak Prescott, Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Who else? Christian McCaffrey?
I would say Christian McCaffrey, although it's hard for a running back to win it. Don't forget Michael Thomas with the Saints continued to have big numbers even while Drew Brees was out. But also, if Patrick Mahomes gets hot and the Chiefs run off a string, he's the defending NFL MVP.
But think about this. If Lamar Jackson does win the MVP, he'll be the first 22-year-old to do it since Jim Brown. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That's it for the first. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. New York set to take the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
17 yards and a Giant first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. And this one complete to Reed. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage. And
using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain it.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. For those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. 2 yards gets him back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Wentz. Look, trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
There's Roethlisberger. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
McCaffrey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Back 20. Let's go. Hey, 24. 53.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Flushed out right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Ty Law.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. He's got Evans. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Here's Wentz to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Wentz, 25 yards that time. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. To throw again on second down. Wentz. He completes it to Evans. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. They have the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Now, Wentz again. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Throwing now is Wentz. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And I think the ball's out. And who's got it? The Giants.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Mike Daniels makes the tackle. Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. It's caught. Block it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Welcome in, everyone. I'm your host, Jonathan Coachman, and this...
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading them out is the Austin, Texas native at quarterback. It's Baker Mayfield. First down, Mayfield. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. And he slides to avoid the hit. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now Mayfield. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Returnable for Lockett. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's Roethlisberger to throw, eluding the pressure right. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. They'll run with a 3rd-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They go play action now. Roethlisberger escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First down, Giants on a pickup at 14. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
A first carry for the legend. It's Bo Jackson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
This is Peyton Barber. He led them in rushing a season ago. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and our drive continues here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And an alley to run. He'll try and run it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster, and he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Catch made there by Derby, the tight end. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Mayfield to throw it. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. From 10 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that drive in total 8 plays. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, Why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Roethlisberger. That is caught by Cohen. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Roethlisberger got to get his guys to the line as quick as he can. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Holt. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Roethlisberger now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Flush to his right. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Holt.
Here we go.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Throwing again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger over the middle, complete. It's Holt. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger heading back out there. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent. Just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader. Making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. Don't like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down now. It's Cohen, and he is in. Touchdown, Giants. A 5-yard touchdown run, and the Giants are able to add on to their lead. The extra point splits the uprights. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Back now in Foxborough, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the delay, this is Vereen. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. 2nd and 5 now. Mayfield. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. 4th down, Mayfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. It's complete to Lockett. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And you have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. A give running right is Chubb. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And his kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Mayfield and the offense now. Down by 13. A little over 80 ticks to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Mayfield trying to get him up to the line as fast as he can. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. Mayfield looks to throw, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. A.J. Boye with a pick. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Roethlisberger will head to the line as his guys will go for 2. And that touchdown just might do it.
I would agree. That probably does. Barring a miracle, they're in great shape.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And got his man complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And it's caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. One last shot from Mayfield here. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it from here for Charles Davis and the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com/Madden. And with that, we say so long from Foxborough.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the end result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue One, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. With state prop you looking bleak now. I was home to sleep designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak they listen. Couldn't find it so she fishing. Who the crew, it wasn't you. I know it's true cause you look like the opposition. Run it up. Greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous. I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes. They know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing. I'ma show them skills. Show them skills, yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been
in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead trying. This ain't never new, I just be 10 steps